Hello, everyone. Welcome to Soapy. I'm Rebecca Budig.
Budig? It's
Just
Budig?
there was the dead space. I knew you were going to say something. Budig.
I
Yes,
always
it's
thought it was
Budig.
Budig. Budig.
How long have you known me and you think that? Oh, jeez. What is wrong with you?
Budig. All right, I can wrap my brain around that. And I'm Greg Rikaart.
It's not Rikaart?
It's how dare you? And we welcome to Soapy. We've got a great show for you today.
We do. I'm very excited. We have a young man who I worked with on General Hospital. But he's not just a soap star.
That's right. He's a prolific leading man of General Hospital as well. He also has a growing resume of Christmas movies on Netflix, on HBO.
He does a lot of Christmas movies. He does a lot of things, actually. He and his wife.
That's right.
Actually. But he plays Detective Harrison Chase on General Hospital.
You guessed it. Josh Swickard is with us, and he'll be with us right when we come back.
Josh Swickard, thank you so much for being here. Welcome to Soapy.
Oh, it's good to be here. Thank
Welcome.
you for
We were
having
just
me.
talking about denim.
Smell.
We were just talking about denim and
supposed
how
to tell the people.
I heard you're supposed to put them in the freezer, and you said way back when you were single, you would put your jeans in the freezer.
There was a moment.
And
I don't
did
know
they smell?
if it was
That was I was
proven.
curious.
I don't know if it's like a proven thing, but yeah, there was a moment where you put them in I think a Ziploc baggie in the freezer,
Yes.
and it got rid of the bacteria.
Does freezing
I don't
get
know if
rid of
it's true.
bacteria? I think it just freezes it.
I'm looking
It
this
puts
up
it on
when we're
hold
done.
until you wear them again.
Do you wear them again?
I am looking this up when we're done. Well, thank you so much for being here. I know I worked with
Welcome.
you. I worked
Hi.
with you on General Hospital. Okay, now you're laughing at me like him. I feel good.
No,
Go
I'm
on.
here. I'm ready. I'm present.
I want to talk about your childhood growing up with a pastor and your grandfather's pastor, but I also want to talk about your grandfather. Is he still with us?
He's still with us.
This is insane.
I
This
know, we were on
man
the phone
is
yesterday.
he's 100 years old.
He's 102.
What?
Does he?
He's
Is
102.
he in Illinois?
He's in Illinois. He's in Chicago. Yeah.
And he was the best man at your wedding. He's like your best friend.
Way back when he was 97, 8.
So how is he doing? I'm so
He's great.
concerned
Yeah,
about
I
your
don't understand
grandfather.
it. We can spend all 45 minutes about him if you want.
45 or keeping here for 2 hours. What are you talking about?
I'm ready. Let's go. No, he doesn't take a multivitamin. He's not on a medication. He goes to LA Fitness 4 days a week and it doesn't make sense. And I don't get it. And I'm so grateful for it. That's it. Last year he downhill skied. I don't know if he will this year. But he's a freak of nature and he's the happiest guy I've ever met. Every time I call him, it's the joy in his voice is as if we hadn't seen each other for 20 years. And I think that's the secret.
This man is amazing.
The way he tells me is he tries not to, but he doesn't entertain a negative thought. He'll literally go through the day and if a negative thought comes in, he gets rid of it. And I'm over here like not doing that. But I try.
I mean, there's a
what a
good
role
lesson in
model.
like you got to entertain them sometimes, right?
Yeah,
You can't
for
just
sure.
pretend that they're. But I like finding your way through it pretty quickly.
That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. I have 3 kids at home now.
Yes,
We had another.
congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
And the thing I'm trying to work on is talking to myself more than I listen to myself. Where I think at night, especially if I'm up rocking a kid, you can start a negative loop if you're not careful. And so I've been trying to speak, like I come from pastor background. I come from like a biblical perspective. So it's like, okay, who does God say who I am? And then I'll just keep saying that until I believe it. And sometimes it works.
Wait, you're saying that's your version of talking to yourself rather than listening to
Yeah,
yourself?
I mean, sometimes it's important to listen to yourself, I guess. That doesn't fully make sense. Sometimes when I have negative thoughts,
Yeah,
I can entertain them for too long.
I hear you.
And then I realize you can get in a little bit of a pity party. And my wife will tell you, I can get moody. I have a moodiness to me. And so now
that makes you interesting.
as I start to feel the feels, you can kind of talk yourself out of it. The same as when you don't want to work out and you go, it's the right thing to do, or I'm on a soap and I gotta work out.
Yeah.
And you just go do it anyway.
I always tell my son, who's about to be 10, I call it negative fantasy. If he's like, what if this bad thing happens, or what if that bad thing happens? And I'm like, it's just negative fantasy. Your mind is imagining something that's likely not going to happen. So why not just imagine something positive that what may or may not happen? But like imagine being in Disneyland, or imagine something fun rather than like a worst case scenario.
That's beautiful.
But
and
you
it's
can-
true because so much of our stress and fear and anxiety isn't real,
not real.
at this point.
Yes.
You know, and that's like that Dr. Joe Dispenza, I think his name is. But he's
yeah.
that guy that like, we found out you can think yourself sick if you think long enough.
Yeah.
So he kind of flipped it on its head. It was like, can you think yourself healthy? And he's got a bunch of science behind it, and I don't really know much about it. But it's that idea of focus on the positive and, you know, deal with the negative when it comes. But
That's good stuff.
I try to.
Yeah.
Tell us how you got into acting.
How did I get into acting? My parents were in an opera company. They were
In Chicago?
It was called the Muddy River Opera Company in the Midwest, or in like Central Illinois.
Okay.
And my first paid gig was Gianni Schicchi. It was an Italian opera where I sang way up the octave because my voice hadn't dropped yet. And it was, and that was my first gig. And I loved being on stage. I loved theater. I just did school theater growing up, and went to college in Chicago for a couple years. Took Mandarin and accounting because I thought that's what you do. I love languages. I love cultures. And so it's fun.
Mandarin is really hard.
It was super hard, but I loved it.
From what I understand,
very
it has
cool.
so many different like inflections can mean something different.
Yes, it's a
In
tonal
one word,
language.
like one word can mean 5 different things.
Yep. Yeah, so they have like different tones, and they all, it would be written the same, but they would mean 4 different things with different tones. I had a thought at 22 where I was like, if I don't go out now, I'll probably never do it. And so I hopped in my Hyundai like everybody else and had $4,000 in the bank and was like, let's see what happens. And drove out.
Exactly what I did.
And it's like the thing to
22
do.
is the age to do it.
Yeah, you find an
Right.
apartment on Craigslist and live with
4 people. And
a sweet woman named Mary that was like 60 and grew marijuana plants. And I had no
this,
idea.
is where our
Wait.
paths went.
This is
a little bit like that.
You didn't do that? No, it was the best thing. 'Cause
Wait, doesn't everybody?
I'd never smoked it in my life. And she had all these plants. I was like, oh my gosh, she cares so much about her cute garden. Like, this is
Oh my
adorable. And then one day,
That's so
I don't know
mean.
if this is true, but one day it was raining and she called me. She's like, bring my babies in. And I was like, plants need the rain, but I guess there was something about, she didn't want the leaves to get wet from rainwater or something. And so I learned all about how to trim them and cure them and bag them. Never smoked the stuff,
Wow.
but I learned about them. It was interesting.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I
Where is
lived
Mary
with her.
today? Not that I need to know.
Mary, wherever you are, thanks for that. I have no idea. Never kept up with her. But I lived with her for 3 months and then got my own place. And I got super lucky. 6 months into being out there, I booked a show called Liv and Maddie.
Oh,
It
yes.
was a Disney Channel
Oh,
show. And I played the school jock, like the jerk. It was. I felt bad. I was like really mean to the girls on the show.
Well, if I may, Dave Monahan
Yeah.
and Danielle Hoover,
Yes.
good friends of mine.
No way.
So I reached out to Dave this morning. Dave and Danielle were writers on Liv and Maddie.
they're
And I said, hey, do you have a Josh story for me? And this is...
Do they actually?
Indulge
They
me for-
remember me?
Of course they remember you.
Aw,
Indulge me for a minute.
Josh, who
That's
wouldn't
sweet.
remember you?
So he said, this is from John Beck, who was the
gosh,
creator
yeah.
of the show. He said, this is not a story per se, but Josh may have been the most impossibly likable actor we ever had on Liv and Maddie, which was a challenge because he played Todd Stetson, who was supposed to be hateable. He was cocky, chauvinistic, and literally rated women on a scale of 1 to 10, celebrated his absiversary. And whenever Josh would flash those pearly whites and bounce his pecs back and forth, you couldn't help but love him. It became a challenge for the writers, blah, blah, blah. They all send their love, and
Are
they love
you
and
Tell
kidding
about
me?
the hats that they made.
Oh, they were hats that they kept trying to make you unlikable, and there were hats where you would that said property of Todd Stetson, which
Yeah.
was something your character
Yeah.
made women his property, and even doing that,
People
Did
wanted
not.
them.
I remember
People wanted to buy them.
Oh, it was so bad. That is very sweet. And that means if you said, do you remember that? I would say, yeah, but they don't remember me. So that's hilarious. that
well, they do.
Wrote
And
that.
they love you, and they're
Well,
very happy for you. And
missed
all your
them
success.
all. And it was such a good first job because, the people are, I remember Joey Bragg, the lead guy, son on the show, he'd pass gas in the middle of a take. And everyone would die laughing. And I was so nervous. I couldn't even I'm about to pass out. And I'd be like, oh, people, We can have fun,
Yeah.
you know, and people are jumping on stage managers' backs and giving piggyback. I mean, it was such a fun
Really?
atmosphere. Nerf gun wars in the dressing rooms. And I was just like, oh, this is acting. This is amazing, you know? And yeah, that was the job. What do you call it? Titty dance? Where you like flex your pecs?
Oh yeah.
That's probably not what you call it. But
That's what you call
that's what
it.
I call it.
The titty dance, folks.
I remember showing up to the audition and there were a bunch of 16-year-olds and I was 22 and I was like, what am I doing here? And it was for a high school kid and, you know, typical. And I remember the audition was Joey says, what are you going to do about it? And I go, or he says, I'm going to get you. And I say, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to fight me? And for some reason in the rehearsal, when I said, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to fight me? I started like with my boobs, essentially. And they started dying laughing. And I remember being like, there's no way I'm going to get this. I'm not right for the part. I'm too old, based off the other people in the room. And then my joke when I look back is they were like, oh, none of them were good. Let's just go with the titty guy. That's how my brain sees it. But it was so much fun. I think it was supposed to be one episode and then they'd keep finding a random episode to bring me back for in later seasons. And
Love it.
It was such a sweet job. I did that. And then I worked at a company called Soul Cycle.
Oh yeah.
That was like a boutique spin
Yes,
studio.
of course. We remember Soul Cycle.
And that was probably my favorite job I've ever had, to be completely honest.
Wow.
Why?
My dad's a pastor. I grew up a drummer. I grew up in show choir, dancing all the time. And it just took everything that I'd loved and was passionate about and put it in one thing. And I remember I went to my first class and I was sitting in the back row. And they were like screaming at me in a dark room with candles. And we're riding to the beat and there's mirrors and there's 60 people and they're all doing the same thing. And I start weeping. And I was just like, this is so cool. And I wanted to be a part of it and asked if I could audition and became an instructor. And I did that.
Even after you were steadily working as an actor, yeah?
Since we're on an interview and there's a lot of people, yes, I was steadily working as an actor. No, I did the Disney thing and then I didn't book an acting thing through that Soul Cycle. And then while I was at Soul Cycle, I booked an independent movie where I played a calf roper and I met my wife, who's now my wife. She played opposite me. And while I was filming that, I tested for GH.
Oh.
And,
wow.
And so it was just the stars aligned where I booked the guy that booked the movie before me, the better guy, I don't know if he couldn't ride a horse or he didn't like the script. Something happened where he backed out and they called me, you know, Sunday and Monday, can you be on a ranch learning how to rope?
Wow.
And I was like, okay. And that's how that happened. And then while I was up there, I tested for Teschner and then that happened. So just kind of like.
So 2017, you joined General Hospital.
Yeah, December. I was testing. I signed the contract December 2017. And then my first day of work was January 2018.
Yeah.
And then it's just, you blink and
You
we're
blink
sitting
and
here
here
on
we
the
are.
couch.
I mean,
8
you know,
years
when I
later.
read it, it was like, it's been so many years. And I was like, oh my God, it's been that long since I've been at General Hospital, which is just, it's like you blink and it's. And
So wait,
it's
did
over.
you guys overlap?
We did. Well,
We did,
he
right?
played Michael Easton's, and maybe we didn't overlap because I think I was gone. I think it was when that little period when I came back to the show.
I remember
Right?
talking and meeting you in the hall, but I'm trying to
Yeah.
think if we did scenes
Well,
together.
so he was with the lovely, amazing Michael Easton was his brother. And he was my love interest. And then we had a kid and then I left town and when I came back with the kid. And I think that's when I met you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Right. Because I think in 2018 I was already gone. But yeah, how was that? Working with Michael Easton.
Oh, working with Easton's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the best. And our last scenes together, it was like his last day and he was like, it's okay. And I was like, no, it's not. Like I was supposed to be crying in the scene, I think. And I was like a little glassy eye, a little glazed over. And then they were like, and cut. And I was like, great. And just like went behind the car and wept. He's an awesome guy. He's such a sweetheart. We've done fan events together in New York and gotten a steak together. And he's like, this is where I used to live. And this is, you know, and he's like an older brother.
And your father on the show, right? They wrote
Yeah.
he
Gregory
died.
Harrison.
He died on the show because is that right?
Yes.
So when you lose family members on the show, is that kind of a scary time for you as an actor? You're like, well,
wondering
getting rid of
if
my
like
family.
the cobweb is, and there's like one thing.
Why are they getting rid of my family? Or no?
I guess it's in the recesses of your mind.
Yeah.
Hoping that it doesn't happen. But again, it's name of the game, and you never know. And I think I was more just mourning friends that you're with each other. Because yes, you play family on a show, but a show that goes year after year, year round, they become family.
Yeah.
And so that part's been hard for me, of just losing friends that you get to see each other, you get to call each other, but that
it's different.
Morning after morning with a coffee at 7 a.m. like
sitting and just shooting the breeze, right? Yeah.
But no, it's been, I look back over my life, the 10 years or 8 years I've been doing it. Feels like 1 year. But I just feel so incredibly blessed and grateful. Yeah. Like it's one of those things where you're so stressed in the moment. Yeah. Even now, driving in for this interview, your brain's in a million different places. And then when you're looking back over it, or you're reading back through your old diaries, and you're like, it was exactly as it should have been. Yeah. It went perfectly, and get out of your own way, buddy.
That's good advice. It's hard to take that in the moment, especially I'm sure we all have days where we leave and we're like, man, some days you feel great, right? Like, man, I crushed it. I did everything I wanted to do. And other days you're like, I missed the mark here and there.
For sure.
But like in hindsight, yes, it all works out. We all doing exactly what we're supposed to.
I've started like grading myself a little bit when I lay in bed, and you like kind of think back over all your conversations or how you treated your spouse or your kids or something. And you're like, and I always like make a little mark if I had a bad day, and I'm like, tomorrow's not gonna be a bad day. Of like,
I like that.
Because sometimes, because it's easy to get lost in it or not think about the.
Are you hard on yourself with the way you
I
engage with people
probably
you
am.
love?
I've never said I was. Like, my running through line since high school was like, you're type B, you're lazy, you're here for a good time, a C+ is a great thing. Like, that was always my kind of who I thought I was. And when I hit 30, I kind of noticed in my daily life, or in how I structure out my time, I'm like, oh, that guy doesn't really match that guy. Like, I don't know if it's growing or maturity or what, but now I would probably say I'm really hard on myself. And I like to think I demand a lot of myself as a husband and father, and I should demand more of myself as an actor. No. No, I love it.
I like that you couldn't keep it straight for that last one.
No. All my acting partners like, yes, he should.
Well, we had Don Diamant here, and and you guys were talking about how much fun he likes to have at work.
He has almost too much fun. He was like, Don, stop.
Yeah, there's a line,
but it
right?
is fine.
And you were talking about that too on Live Maddie. It's like, I think we are providing a service, but it is important that in doing so, I think the joy is infectious, and if we're having a good time, the audience feels it. You know?
Yeah, and that's, like you said, it's a tightrope, especially on daytime where time is money, and that's such a real thing. And so, it's my goal is bring yourself to set in a lighthearted, good mood, unless the scenes are in a way that would throw people or yourself off. And if you want to have some fun, do it in the blocking. Do it in the rehearsal, and then you better crush that take. Like, there are times that if you giggled a little too much, you're like, now you can't go.
Well, that also feels
right.
You can also read the room, right? Because I'm like, I know that no one else is as amused by me right now as I am. Right. Or there's other times when you're like, oh, this is like, if the crew's laughing, you're like, all right, I can dial in what I'm doing, but also keep some of it because it seems to be entertaining.
Yeah. In the end of the day, everybody wants to make their day.
Yeah.
Maybe get home a little early. And like, that is my focus is to do good work. Sure. But you wanna help the unit function.
Yes. So we're a piece of the puzzle.
Yeah. That helped me a lot with, like, as I've been trying to figure out discipline in this chapter of life. I remember one day, Amanda, the woman that plays my wife on the show, Brooklyn Quartermain, she and I had a bunch of scenes, and we really rehearsed and we really worked on them. And we got up there, and just sometimes you're in the barrel, sometimes you're not. That day we were in the barrel, and it was just, everything was one take. We were feeling it, and the day kind of ended a little early, and it wasn't necessarily because of us, but I was working out that afternoon, and while I was on the treadmill, I was kind of like, so often I try to make sure my lines are memorized so Josh can look good and Josh can get his marks and whatever it is. And it kind of flipped it on its head for me, and it made it more of a valuable thing for me to show up prepared, because I was like, wait, I did my part and I got to bless somebody else, which that gave me actually more motive to want to be a team player and show up extra prepared, because you're like, then other people's day gets better, which that's fun.
Yeah, we have impact and influence.
Yeah.
You talk about your wife a little bit, and in addition to the work you do together raising a family, you also work together professionally, yes?
Yes. So we met filming a movie, and then during COVID, it was June 2020, and the guy that we met on the movie was called Roped. His production company, we all became really good friends, and Ali Afshar, it's a great guy, and he goes, nobody's probably going to have a Christmas movie this year because it was COVID and everything shut down unexpectedly. And so we kind of got friends and family together. We had a couple meetings about COVID protocol in June, because everybody was just trying to figure out what was going on.
Those early days were nuts.
It was crazy. And but we ended up, my wife is a phenomenal writer, and she wrote a script super fast. And we had some fun COVID TV shows that we were watching. We were like, do you think we could offer that? Do you think we could offer that guy this role? And so it was just overall a really fun experience for us. We'd just gotten married. We didn't have any kids. And so we ended up going into production, kind of self-funded situation, and ended up selling it to Netflix. And it was such a lucky, amazing thing. And we ended up doing a sequel to it that also went to Netflix. And
wait, second go around, did you produce it and then sell it, or was Netflix like?
It was the same thing. It was kind of an acquisition, and but we had the paperwork, so the financing was a little more streamlined.
Sure.
But yeah, the producing thing, I respect it, and I don't want to do it anymore. It's just so stressful, the things that they're doing. And my wife has done like producing, some show running, and like I'll walk by the office, and whether in sound spotting things or editing, I'm just like, I don't have the patience. And as an actor, we're so blessed to be such a tiny cog in the wheel of showing up, spit out the words, and get out.
Do you write? Are you interested in writing?
I like it. I write a lot on my own, but handwritten.
What do you write?
With a fountain pen, and an old Italian leather journal, looking at the sunset. Really, fountain pens are like my new favorite thing.
Really,
I love fountain pens.
I have a leather roll that I keep all my pens in. That like rolls up and then you tie it. It's so fun. It's so dorky.
That's so cool.
I love it.
It's the little things that get us excited.
I love it.
I think also once we give so much of ourselves, right, to our families, that it's nice to have a little dorky thing like a fountain pen collection.
I know.
What do you write about?
It changes. My morning journal has like multiple journals in like a bound leather situation. Leather, it's my favorite. And the first one is thoughts and ideas and fun stories, and sometimes I'll write a short story that's 2 pages long, drop it, never touch it again. The second journal is quotes, so anything quotes or Bible verses that I'm memorizing go in there. And then the third one is just your typical journal of just what you're going on in life and how you're dealing with it. And sometimes that's Lauren and I had a lovely dinner by candlelight, and sometimes it's, oh Lord, help me, I got nothing left and I need you right now. But
no writing of scripts, no books or anything, just short stories.
Not right now.
You don't want to do anything with that.
Not right now. Maybe in a future
Maybe once
moment.
you get past the baby sort of.
Yeah, we have a 16-day-old at home. And
and a 3-year-old and a 5-year-old. I'd say your life is pretty busy.
You're going to be in it for a minute.
Yeah.
What about, do you like to, my husband's a writer, and I have dipped my hand in writing and I'm like, that is not my lane.
Yeah.
But I love nothing more than like him telling me something like an idea, or if he's looking for pitches. I like pitching ideas. Do you do that with your wife?
Yes.
Yeah, that's fun.
That's fun, where she would write, when she was writing Cali Christmas, I'd like go in and lay on the floor and she'd be like, I'm stuck on this scene. This is what they're doing. And then we just riff off each other, and either I'll give her a great idea or I'll give her an idea that gives her a great idea.
That's great.
And it was great. And working with her was awesome. And we had a rapport that we would do a take and it'd be my coverage. And I'd finish the scene and then she'd be like, do it again. He needs one more time. And then I would do it again. And she's like, yeah, you got it. And I didn't take offense to it. Like, she knew when I had it, when I did it, and vice versa. I could give her something, or if she didn't.
Well, you nailed the second take just now.
Well, thank you.
We had a phone ring, folks, so we had to do it over.
Oh my gosh.
Ask another question.
But yeah, so we got really lucky. I know sometimes you can work together and it can be hard, and I love working with my wife. So.
Yeah, I've never worked with my husband. I've not.
Would you?
Sure. I think what I like though is I love the coming together at the end of the day and the sharing of stories. So that like the separateness of our careers is fun for that moment.
Yeah.
You know, once Monty is asleep, to just be like, oh my God, then this happened. Although we were touching on this beforehand, I can't remember a single thing that happens at work once I get home because it just goes right into that trash can.
Yep. Sadly, I'm the same way.
I make stuff up.
Yeah.
No, but you know how it goes. We have it's that short-term memory.
Yeah, you can't remember much.
I'm worried about it. I think you're training on our jobs. Like, I feel like you train your brain for short-term memory.
Oh yeah.
And because you can't download 100 pages a week.
True.
Like, it's just not possible.
Yeah.
So you know how to download it and get it out.
Yeah.
And so sometimes when you meet people and you're like, hey, I'm Josh, and they say their name and you're like, I already lost it.
Yeah. remember Tracy Bregman, who's an actress on Young and Restless, came on here and said that when she meets people, she preemptively says, I am going to have to ask you your name at least 5 times.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I
You let them
forgot
know
that
what
she
they're in
said
for.
that. I'm going to adopt that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, she forgets things.
If I know another person and I picture them holding the hands of the person that I already know, then I can lock it. I'm like an image. I have to give it a picture.
Like when you saw me, were you like, God, who was that? Wait, she was with Michael Easton.
Oh no, I know. Oh, I know.
I don't know her name.
No.
I hope she tells me.
No, but that would be something I would do though. Is hug you, be like, it's so nice to meet you, and then you'd be like, what? How do I handle this?
We've worked together.
Should I tell them we've worked together for a year?
That's happened to me.
Oh,
Isn't that the worst? You're like, God, do I not make an impression?
Yep. Yeah, I think about that sometimes.
You know that we've known each other for quite some time, right?
The worst one is,
Unfortunately,
sometimes I get stressed that it's someone's birthday while I'm talking to them. And then later on in that day, someone will walk up to them after I had a 2-hour conversation and be like, happy birthday. And then you're like, oh.
You mean while you're talking to
Well,
them,
I'm
you're
talking about,
thinking,
I wonder when their birthday is. What if it's today?
no way. You've had that happen to you?
I've stressed about that more than many times.
Do you guys feel?
I think you brought that on yourself. That's energy you put out into the universe.
Is that where life is so good that you have to make up anxiety? And that's what I...
Right, exactly.
That's not.
Have you dealt with anxiety? You've dealt with anxiety.
Yeah, a little bit. I didn't really know what it was. And I did Maurice Bernard's podcast where he talks a lot about
state of mind.
State of mind, yes.
We had him here. He's great.
And he's a great guy. I love him. But yeah, I think the first time I did it was on a 4-seater plane, like a little puddle jumper in Nicaragua. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden my mustache and face started to fall asleep like pins and needles. But I didn't know what anxiety was. I was just like, I don't like being in this plane and something's happening to my face. And then it happened a couple more times where your breath would get quick, your face would start to fall asleep, and it happened in like movie theaters and airplanes for a little while. And then I kind of got a hold of it when I started on GH. I did beta blockers the first like 2 years because that countdown was a little frightening. And then what did it was breath work. I really got obsessed with different types of breathing techniques, and they work, especially when you do them for like long periods of time. And so one of the ones I got into was that Wim Hof.
Oh,
this
yeah.
guy that, like loves ice water and breathing a lot. And
yes.
And so I found his stuff, and I found when I do the quick breathing, my face starts to fall asleep because you're kind of hyperventilating a little bit,
Yeah.
but in a controlled manner. And so I would kind of bring on the symptoms of an anxiety attack while listening to spa music, laying on my floor with pillows. And I started to enjoy that feeling. And because I knew that after it, I had my long breath hold. And then when my breath hold happened, the feelings would, go away. And so then like the first time I had like a little anxiety thing after that, it started to happen and I like felt joy. I was like, oh yeah, that's kind of nice.
Well, it's taking
control. And I haven't had one since. And that was it. And
That's
so it was like,
crazy.
it's such a weird thing how like the power of reframing, I guess, in your brain.
And control, right? You're controlling it.
And control. So yeah, sometimes I still do it at work. Like I'll do box breathing, like the 4 seconds each.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
And,
I do it on airplanes for anxiety.
Yeah.
And you feel like, I think a big part of anxiety is just feeling out of control. And then if you can control your breath, you are in control of
It
something.
gives you something. Yep, for sure.
Yeah.
That's amazing. You're such a cool guy.
Yeah.
You're just so like,
Your
I was
kids
the
are
show
lucky
choir
and your
kid.
wife is lucky.
I didn't ask a girl to prom senior year because I just figured she'd say no.
This guy,
Isn't that crazy?
it's crazy.
I haven't
Are
been
either of you a
sorry, wait.
therapist?
By the way, I haven't
Time
had
out. Wait, did you have-
like,
did you have
based
a-
on your grandfather? I'm just like, really? Like,
Also, did
how?
you not have a mirror in your home?
Yeah.
Like,
no, I did.
no.
It was called Accutane, and I took. I'm kidding. I'm serious.
He's like, I'm
I'm
kidding.
dead
I'm serious.
serious.
I'm kidding.
I started out in modeling, like catalog stuff, and that if you want an industry to break you of your any amounts of ego and self-worth,
self-esteem.
go
Yeah.
be a model.
But you seem so self-reflective, and I just find that so admirable in a man.
I'm very grateful that I have the parents that I do. My parents did a wonderful. I have 3 sisters, and
Where are you in the pecking order?
second oldest,
Got it.
and we are all on great terms. None of us did the typical PK like go live life because like what was that, Footloose? Where
Oh,
like
pastor
dad's
kid. I'm like,
dad's
PK.
too. Oh,
I've
so
been
I'm
sitting
so
here
sorry,
going,
pastor's kid.
PK.
Yes,
Yes,
sorry.
pastor's kid.
So that's like the normal thing is, be home by this time, don't swear, don't drink, don't this, don't that, because you're a reflection of me. And then the kids snap.
Yeah.
What denomination was your dad a pastor?
It was like a non-denominational church. So it was my understanding was like, this is the Bible, love Jesus, love people. And it's not that it was surface level, but a lot of, when I went into the industry, a lot of people were like, oh, you're a Christian. And I got like a negative thing on it and I was so confused. And then I realized what a lot of Christians act like and are like and judge like and, and to each their own. I don't want to condemn anyone, but I realized why Christianity has such a horrible
Especially
rap, to be frank.
now. I mean, it just
Yeah,
seems
and
like
now it gets almost political.
Yeah,
and
now it's a
whole
political thing. Yeah.
So
Crazy.
my 3rd grade brain says, Jesus said love people. And he said, you'll know Christians by how they love people. And so I just, to my core, it's like my job is just to love everyone. And if we, there's doctrine conversations, how deep you want to go about certain little stupid things, I guess you can have those conversations. But I know like the fruit of the Spirit, you ever learn that in grade school or whatever, is like the fruit of the Spirit's love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. That's like the characteristics of the Spirit. And so when I'm having a moment, I try to just dial in and be like, let me pick one of those. And so when I get in bed at night, I'm like, did I hopefully, and I always fail every single day, reflect the fruit? And that kind of gives me like an anchor a little bit. It's like my in this industry of craziness, that's like my grounding thing. And it's definitely made me a better husband and father and just all that. And so Josh sucks, but Josh with his faith sucks less.
Did you ever think about pursuing that?
Like the ministry?
Evangelism?
No, not yet. I pursue it in the event of like I loved, clearly I can't shut up about it halfway through an interview. So I love to talk about it and I'll talk about it.
You would be a good
I feel like I'd get myself in.
He's a good reflection of it.
yeah.
But we
You're
were
a good
talking about
reflection.
titty
This is what
dancing
we
like
need.
20 minutes ago.
know,
This is what would happen.
But that's what makes you relatable.
Yeah, that's what makes you relatable for sure.
No, yeah. I've some of my favorite conversations I've had about my faith have been in like nightclubs in Chicago in 2010, and people are doing Molly 10 feet from me,
See?
and you're just like, but yeah. So
Well, anyway, I think I was saying that I love that you're self-reflective, and you were going
very
on and on
admirable.
about. Yeah, I mean, whether it's by Jesus or not, you know, you're just, you can tell you're a very good person,
well, thank you.
good man.
Thank you so much. You guys are sweet.
You want to get to? Should we do hotline questions?
Yeah, he just told us, our producers,
Are we running?
Soapy hotline.
see.
No,
No, we're running perfect.
You know, we don't want to keep our guests longer than they want to be here.
I told you I have a 16-day at home.
Don
I
Diamond
will
could
get
have
a
been here.
sleeping bag.
Don Diamond could have laid on that couch. We would have been here all night.
Oh my
so
gosh.
anyway, I love him so
But you know
much.
what? But everybody's got good stories.
They do. They have great stories.
This is like maybe the next phase of podcasting, because this is long form interviewing.
Yeah.
will be like long form interviewing.
I'd love. You could do a spend the day.
Yeah.
We'll bring you out to the farm. You could hold the chickens.
Oh my God, my daughter would lose
Do you live on a
her
farm?
mind.
We live on a farm. We're on an avocado farm.
Wow, it's chickens and avocados. What else?
Chickens and avocados. I'm working on some little baby lamb, some sheep.
Cool.
That's the next step.
How many?
You
How
should
many
get
eggs?
some goats.
How many?
We
eggs,
had goats, but
How many eggs
it's a
did
touch.
you?
Why'd you get rid of them?
It was too
My
much.
in-laws have goats.
We did too much too soon when
How
we bought
many?
the farm. We had a pregnant mama and then a dad, and they had 3 babies, and so we had 5. But it was like, it was to the point where I was doing it all. We haven't hired people to help with the farm, so it's like I'll have a call time for being at General Hospital, but I have to throw hay for them and then fix this. And why is there a water leak thing over there? And it was like, something has to go. And our friends wanted goats. We were like, do you want our goats? And it was the best
they
thing ever
still
getting
love
rid
the
of them.
goats?
They still love the goats.
How many eggs do
love
you get
the
every day?
goats.
2 dozen.
2 dozen.
We have a lot of chickens.
Do you sell them?
We do.
How many did you bring here for us today?
I should have brought you some eggs.
You should have. And
Get
what about,
out.
what
I
about
should've.
avocados? When is the season?
Avocado season's like out here in
December?
our zone. It's like April, and you can go all the way to August if weather permitting.
Have you watched that documentary?
Biggest Little Farms?
Yes.
It's the coolest thing
Isn't
ever.
it the greatest?
I'm a little angry with them because we were in our beautiful little home in Studio City watching that documentary.
And then you moved out.
When I saw myself in overalls glistening with the sun setting in a shovel or something, and I was like, that's me. It wasn't me. Now it is me. And I'm at like irrigation shops every other day trying to buy PVC pipe and
It is. If you haven't seen
primer.
it,
And I'm like, what did you do, you idiot?
have I
You had a
done?
nice little life, buddy.
Now I'm on a farm.
it's a spectacular documentary if you haven't seen it, and it's all about. Is it like regenerative farming?
Regenerative farming.
Right?
It's my favorite like hobby now online when I'm searching is you kind of close the loop. So, like a tiny example. I know we're going. I'm so sorry. Okay.
We're good. We're good.
Tiny
Don't-
example is like you have chickens, and then those chickens can run under your avocados, and they'll scratch the ground, and then they make poop that's full of nitrogen, and then you water it, and then you move the chickens to a different section, and then that area gets like slightly more fertile, and the topsoil gets more nutrient dense, and then you would eat your food and you'd throw out the scraps into the composting pile, or you throw your scraps to the chickens. And then you have a garden, and then the compost helps the garden. And so you try
It's
to
all-
reuse as much as you
have
can.
you done this? Have
we
you
are
been successful?
we are playing with it.
It's not like
We're
as,
almost always not successful. We're not good farmers.
It's
We're
hard.
farmers.
Is this that movie where they had the big rain, the rain that came and the...
finish it.
Why
No,
are
I'm gonna let you die out here. Go on. They had the rain, and then what happened?
The rain came.
I think you might be talking. It's
I have never hated you more.
my favorite part of that documentary was just that
Will
there
you
is
tell us, what is it called again? You said it
there's
so quickly.
the little bit,
Biggest Little Farms.
biggest little farm.
Biggest Little Farm.
Anyway, but they talked
Okay, I
about
saw one.
how they had the problem with all the snails, and then they brought the
Oh,
ducks
yes.
in to eat the snails,
Yes.
and then the ducks were
It-
pooping
this
and
is it.
adding
There's
This
like a
nitrogen.
good.
natural answer.
But it was so
ideally, for
hard.
everything.
But it was
even-
so hard.
It was very hard. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you you're probably not too far from where that farm is. You could probably get some pointers if you need.
I should call them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even the part about the coyote, when they killed the coyote and then realized, sorry, we're ruining go watch it.
Yeah.
Anyway, you should have brought some eggs.
Shame on you.
Moral of the story.
The moral of the story is you should have brought the eggs and avocados. Okay. What would
Soapy
you be
hotline
doing?
question.
What would you be doing if you weren't a soap actor?
Farming.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
World's worst avocado farmer. I'd be a high school Spanish teacher.
Really?
Oh, that's right.
You're
You
a
know
high school
what?
Spanish teacher. You marry the English teacher, and then you like travel for 3 months in the summer.
Or you work at like a summer camp.
Yeah, or like a coffee shop in Greece, and you're sweaty and oily and overalls still.
Do you know? I know you know a little bit of Spanish because you used to go to Guatemala. Is that right?
Yeah, I'd spend
On
summers there.
missions and stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's if you don't speak Spanish, you think I'm fluent. If you speak Spanish, you're like, shut up, idiot.
Okay.
It's like there.
It's there. But you want to teach it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be the Spanish teacher
Yeah.
to the other idiots.
Because nobody else would know.
Because no one would know.
Yeah.
Spanish 1.
Okay. Hotline question number 2. Is there a favorite storyline that our buddy Chase has been a part of?
Oh, I'm always so bad at these. I like them all. A favorite storyline. I enjoyed the storyline where I was in a coma and I was seizing and coughing and I had no blocking for like 4 months. No, it was a storyline where I was about to die and I had to say bye to a lot of lovely people. And it was so exhausting. You'd get in the car and you feel like you got hit by a train every day because your body doesn't fully know what acting is apparently. But I remember multiple days being like, oh, this is why I signed up for this. It's like there was just, you'd get into, because we do so much dialogue and we do so much content that you have to fight that just falling into we're just here doing this thing. And you really want to get into this battle with your scene partner. You're playing tennis. You don't know where they're going to hit the ball and then you don't know how it's going to come out your mouth. And that happened a lot during that storyline. So that's like why we do it.
Who are you the closest to?
Probably Amanda, who plays my
Brooklyn.
wife.
Yeah.
Were you, during that story, were you worried that your character was not going to survive?
There were moments that I wondered, but I think they were pretty upfront with me. They're like, "This isn't what's going to happen,"
Right.
and I don't think it lined up with my contract. And so I was like, "I think we're fine."
That's great, but it is. I can relate to that feeling of like leaving work and being like, "Why am I so exhausted? I barely moved today." And you're like, "Oh yeah, I ran my brain did a marathon of like emotion and."
I worry for my
memorization.
adrenal glands or whatever that is in your body that when you because it doesn't matter how prepared you are, how long you've been doing it. When you get the countdown, your body's here and then you get into the scene and then you cut, moving on, great. And then and you do that,
Feels
15
good,
times a
doesn't
day.
it?
Feels good in the
That's the
moment.
best feeling.
Yeah.
But then you have that long drive home. You're like nodding off. Last Soapy hotline question. Are you and your wife going to do another Christmas movie together?
I will work with her 10 times out of 10.
I know
I think we will.
I know someone who would be a perfect Mrs. Claus.
Would you be in our Christmas movie?
I would be in your Christmas
Would
movie
you?
in 2 seconds.
Okay, that's
I
good
would
to know.
play Mrs. Claus. I'm a grandma on my show, so
She's
I'm
a
happy to
great.
be-
No,
She's
you're
a great
not.
grandma.
Are you a grandma on your show?
Yes.
That's awesome. I'm so excited to be a grandpa. Are you
Okay.
kidding me? This generation does this thing where they don't go by grandma and grandpa.
Oh, it's like
Yeah, I don't get that.
and
Me,
Gigi.
I don't get that. They all have these weird names.
Lilu.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm grandma. Call me
yeah.
grandma.
I'm going to swing the pendulum. You know how trauma, you always swing
Yes,
the
yes,
pendulum?
yes, yes.
I'm grandfather.
It's all reactive.
100%.
Yeah.
Only grandfather.
Yeah, I think I'll be a good grandpa. I'm not eager to get there just
You'll be
yet.
a phenomenal grandpa.
I will be. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm
can
not
already
eager
tell.
to get there. My kid's 11. Please.
Dude, you're
This
spectacular.
was fun.
Yeah,
I feel
this
like we
was a really
dialed
good
in.
time.
We should probably start at like 10 minutes in.
No, we're just about to begin.
Okay.
It's about to
That was
start.
the warm-up.
This is the warm up.
You've only got another hour.
What did we start with?
You
Peeing
only-
your pants and
Yeah, dribble.
Did we?
Dribble.
Oh, that was all. That all happened off camera. Did you change your photo yet?
You should quote what's the you know how they play all the hot segments to get them to watch it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You could get really creative. Be like, the fruit of the spirit, love, pee your pants.
Pee your pants.
With
Yeah,
the
with just a
titties.
nice.
Ministry? Are you going to go into it? Like,
You didn't bring us eggs.
You didn't
Just
bring
a
us
nice- You know, yeah. We're.
I want to write that down, the fruit of the spirit. I like
We just
that.
turned this. We turned this into a vertical short.
There it is.
There you go.
That's the new thing, right?
I know.
Vertical shorts.
Yeah.
I've heard they're all the rage. I haven't seen one yet, but
Well,
I don't even know
stay
where to
tuned.
see them.
Yeah, someday.
your
Who
phone.
knows?
I
Your
know
phone.
that. That's the
Vertically,
thing.
yeah.
Everything's on the phone.
Okay.
Thank you so
you
much
have
for
you have a
coming
family
here.
to get home to.
Thank you,
Will you
thank
give Michael Mueller my love?
I will.
Okay.
Absolutely.
You can catch this fine gentleman weekdays on General Hospital on ABC. You can stream him on Hulu, watch General Hospital on Hulu, and you can watch this episode of Soapy on the CBS YouTube channel or any other episodes that you may have missed, and you can listen to us wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
And we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.